Name's Mac Hardcase. I'm a private investigator. It's not usually as exciting as you're thinking. A lot of lost dogs, cheating spouses, insurance fraud, that kind of stuff. That's not to say there aren't a lot of strange and exciting things going on every day in a city like Sacramento, but I'm usually not invited. But in this case, for once, I'm right in the middle of it. I am the strange and exciting thing. I'm used to starting with questions, then putting in the grunt work to progressively shed light on the matter, maybe getting a lucky break or two. And even if I can't answer every question, at least I'll know more in the end than at the beginning. I'm good at that. I'm good at turning the unknown into the known. But I'm not used to starting off confident in my knowledge and then having it called into question, becoming more ignorant the more I investigate, until at the end of it all, I know nothing except that I know nothing. I'm not used to turning the known into the unknown. And yet, that's where I find myself today. It all started normally enough.
Good morning, Mr. Hardcase.
Good morning, Miss Parker. Sorry I'm late.
Someday I hope you'll just call me Jojo. How was your weekend, Mr. Hardcase?
You know, I can hardly remember it, so it must have been pretty boring.
That's hard to believe, Mr. Hardcase.
Why's that?
Because you're not a boring person.
I go to work, I go home, try to pay the bills, I go to work again. All seems pretty boring to me.
Being an interesting person isn't about what you do. It's how you do it. Someone like you can make preparing breakfast into a gripping adventure.
Miss Parker, if you ever saw me attempt an omelet, you'd know me making breakfast is an adventure.
Invite me over sometime. I'd love to see it. And if you'd like, I could help. You know, a man of your age should really have a wife to take care of his home.
Was there any mail over the weekend? Or any messages on that newfangled telephone answering machine thing?
Not over the weekend, but Lieutenant Henderson called just a few minutes ago. He was disappointed to hear you weren't in yet.
Good old Jason Henderson. He's always got some little scrap for me the department doesn't want him wasting his own time on. What was it about? Did he tell you?
He said...
Let me guess. A missing cat?
He said something about a murder.
Of a cat?
Of a human.
About time you let me into something big.
Oh, and he said as soon as you got in, I should tell you to go meet him.
Meet him where?
The morgue. Truman Morgue.
The Truman Morgue? Great. I'll head out there right away.
Not my idea of a perfect date spot.
QuietPlease.org presents Beyond Awakening.
Starring Craig T. as Mac Hardcase.
Episode 29, Window of Opportunity.
I was all psyched up to sink my teeth into a murder case. It's a nice change of pace from background checks and process serving. Murder gets the blood pumping. But I don't much like visiting morgues. And yes, I'd been to morgues before. There's lots of boring records there, which it can be necessary to review in my line of work. I'd even seen the occasional body, although this would be my first murder victim. I don't suppose many people do enjoy morgues. I suppose if you like them, that'd make you a bit of a weirdo. The Truman Morgue is like most morgues. Antiseptic, quiet, lonely. The girl at the reception desk greets you with a frown instead of a smile. It's one of the few places in America where smiling is a faux pas. And you're directed back into a chilly library card catalog of death. Human beings neatly organized into drawers. You head for the one you want. See your dour-faced police contact, Jason Henderson, waiting as if he's just been standing there all night. And he greets you not with pleasantries, not by asking you how you've been, but by opening a drawer to reveal the refrigerated corpse you've come for.
Notice anything, Mac?
And I looked at the body. I looked at those cold blue feet, the hairy legs. A man, probably in his late 40s. There was something very familiar about him. My eyes continued up the body and finally settled on his face.
You see?
What the hell? He looks exactly like me.
You've never mentioned a twin brother. I don't suppose you have one?
Not that I'm aware of.
But even identical twins have different fingerprints, and we ran this man's fingerprints. And they're yours.
I'm at a loss. Just flabbergasted.
So you can see why I decided to call you in on this. To be honest, I didn't quite believe JoJo when she told me you weren't dead. When she insisted you'd just called her to tell her you'd be in late. I'll need you to give me a fresh set of prints, by the way.
You want me to prove that I'm me?
The corpse already proved he's you, so we have to check.
Sure, okay. Killing me and then assuming my identity almost sounds like a reasonable explanation. If it weren't for the fact that I know I'm me. Where did you find it?
14th and F.
Bad neighborhood.
Tell me about it.
What was the weapon?
Winchester Model 70 with high-velocity .308 Winchester ammo. We found it next to the body.
No prints?
Only his. Yours.
Could it be suicide?
Practically physically impossible to hold that rifle against your own head. The barrel is too long, and the angle and velocity of impact suggest it was fired from a significant distance, maybe 100 yards. It's a sniper's weapon, an assassin's weapon.
Take me to where you found it.
All right, we'll stop by the station to take your prints, and then we'll head downtown. I found him here on the sidewalk, where I put the tape.
Is there anything else here that's been moved, besides the body and the weapon?
There was some sand around the body.
Sand? Like beach sand? In Sacramento?
I know, it doesn't make any sense. Wasn't a whole lot, but it was also in his clothing, as if he'd fallen into sand. He also had a bit of a sunburn.
It's January, and it's been foggy for weeks. How the hell did he get a sunburn?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Do you think he was moved here after he was killed then?
Why would anybody risk dragging a corpse from some sunny beach all the way to a highly visible downtown street corner?
Good point. So you said the wound indicated he was shot from 100 yards.
Something like that.
Let's pace it off.
In which direction?
Let's assume the shooter was hidden, probably shooting from the window of a building.
The angle of the entry wound suggested the shot came from slightly above. Could be a second or third floor window.
This way.
You know, I would have gotten around to this.
Of course.
I'm not stupid.
Nobody said you were.
But seeing as it's your body, I figure you've got a right to be in on it.
That I do. Okay, that's 150 paces. Stop here.
150?
Paces are shorter than yards.
Oh.
Well, we're standing next to a boarding house, so that seems plausible. If you wanted to shoot someone where my double was killed, from this boarding house, where would you go? Which window?
That one.
Let's see how good you are.
Yes? Are you gentlemen looking for a room?
Not in the way you mean. Look at his uniform.
Oh,
Lieutenant Jason Henderson, Sacramento Police Department. May we come in?
if you must. I'm Dorothea.
Do you own this place or manage it?
Both. Just put your jackets anywhere, apparently.
Dorothea, have you had any new guests recently, say in the past week?
There's always turnover in a place like this.
How about the first room on this side of the second floor, with the window overlooking the street?
He just checked in yesterday.
Told you I'm good at this, Mac.
Dorothea, do you know if the gentleman is in his room right now?
Wouldn't call him a gentleman, but I know he's here. Heard him banging around a few minutes ago.
I don't think you'll have to worry about his noise anymore.
What has he done?
Quite possibly murder.
Let's go get him.
If you do any damage to my building, I'll sue you for every cent.
You do that, ma'am. Mac, keep behind me.
You know, you could call for backup.
What? You scared?
Freeze! Hands in the air, up against the wall.
What? I'm sorry. What's wrong?
You can come in now, Mac.
Mac? It's you, Mac Hardcase.
Thought you murdered me, didn't you?
Why has your voice changed again? Can't you pick a voice and stick to it? And what do you mean, murdered?
Your reaction when he entered gave the game away. No sense pretending.
Pretending what?
You're under arrest for the murder of Mac Hardcase.
But he's standing right there.
That's something we still have to get to the bottom of, but you're coming to the station with me.
A strange turn of events. It was my second day in this world, this mid-20th century version of Sacramento. I'd rented a room and read a book for a while and gone to sleep and gotten up to have breakfast before being shoved against the wall by a crazy brute who was working with a strange-voiced Hardcase. Oh well, it's good to get the game moving along.
This isn't a game, Mr. Earhart. We have the death penalty in California.
That's a laugh if you knew how many times I've died.
You maintain that you do know a Captain Mac Hardcase, who looks exactly like P.I. Hardcase, but sounds different.
That's right.
I can almost buy that given the circumstances. So why did you kill this other Mac Hardcase?
I didn't.
Did you think it was P.I. Hardcase? Was he your target?
You're not listening to me.
I'll listen when you start telling the truth.
This is a waste of time. Why don't you bring Hardcase in here?
Will you talk to him?
I'll talk to him.
Fine. Sergeant, bring P.I. Hardcase in here.
You wanted me, Jason?
Earhart wants you. See what you can get out of him.
You're gonna leave me alone in a room with a man who already murdered me?
If he breaks out of his cuffs, give me a shout.
Mac, can you remember the future?
I'm not psychic, no. Are you nuts?
You don't remember being Captain Mac Hardcase on a 23rd century spaceship exploring the galaxy?
Actually, I do. It's a fun little fantasy I had when I was a kid. Pew, 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 fight the evil clerk, save the galaxy, that kind of thing.
In your fantasy, was your spaceship called the Chimera?
Well, that's just eerie. How'd you know that?
And on the ship, did you have a Dr. Clay Earhart?
That's your name, isn't it?
Did you?
No, of course you weren't there. Usually it was just me and Commander Misty LaQuille.
Alien with lots of tentacles, right?
Okay, what the hell? Did you interview kids I played with or my parents or something?
You're not who you think you are. In fact, you're not anyone anymore. You're dead, which means you don't think either.
Shoulda quit while you were ahead. It was a nice act, well researched, but you can't tell someone he's dead and expect him to take you seriously.
This is a waste of time.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
So soon?
Lieutenant, this nutcase isn't going to tell me anything useful.
I figured it would go like that. Okay, Earhart, let's get you to your cell. I have a feeling you'll be spending the rest of your life there.
It's hard to play a game until you figure out the rules. In most of these simulations, the rules are apparent, at least to someone as experienced as me, but not this time. I was escorted from the interrogation room into a cell, a small, barren room with bars and an uncomfortable bed and a toilet. You know the drill. Fortunately, I had it to myself, no cellmate, until I turned around and suddenly there was a face I hadn't seen in a long, long time.
Doc, you look like you could use a jailbreak.
Tricia Blackburn, after all this time.
Misty's right behind me. Clay, where have you been?
Where hadn't I been? After my adventure in Hangtown, I tried a few other historical adventures. I thwarted a CIA coup in Iran, went back to June 1946 and smothered a certain baby in his crib, then forward 70 years to see what changes the AI would predict. I became a nobleman in King Arthur's court. And then I tired of the past and set my sights on the future. I fought the Clerg at Phi Gamma B. I joined the dignitaries of the original 8 planets and became a signatory to the Confederation Charter. And through it all, I felt an emptiness, a loneliness. It's hard to tell time when you're bouncing across the imaginary galaxy and the imaginary eons, but I was sure at least a year must have passed by the time I saw my old shipmates again.
It doesn't seem like more than a week since you've left the Chimera. My perceptions agree with Misty's.
Well, who knows? They like to keep us guessing. Now, did somebody say something about a jailbreak?
What did you do to get locked up?
They claim I murdered Mac Hardcase, and yet he's still alive.
Mac is here.
Well, private investigator Mac Hardcase is here, with different memories, doesn't know us, and he has yet another different voice for some reason, but he looks the same. We can go see him if you like, if you break us out of here.
I sprayed the cell wall, and we went through to the 27th century planet. We walked to an outpost building with a wall I could spray, and what we saw was a room in an office building where Mac Hardcase was dictating a letter to a younger woman.
I understand how urgent this situation feels for you, Mrs. Pepperpot, but I regret that I am unable to give your search for Spot the attention it deserves because I'm currently investigating a murder of a human being, not a dog. Wait, strike that last bit. It sounds a little rude. Sincerely, P.I. Mac Hardcase.
Okay, shall I read it back to you, Mr. Hardcase? Wait, what's happening on that wall?
Who the hell? Oh, hell, that's the man who murdered the other me. That's Earhart. How the hell did you get in here?
As you can see, I can walk through walls, so a jail cell won't hold me.
I won't let you hurt him!
Relax.
And these other 2 intruders, friends of yours? Co-conspirators?
Don't you know us?
Should I?
Aren't you Mac Hardcase?
That's what it says on my door. Who the hell are you? And what do you want with me?
I'm Tricia Blackburn, that's Misty LaQuille. Misty, he's not real.
Earhart was giving me that same spiel about my non-existence earlier. All 3 of you must be escapees from the loony bin.
We don't know if he's real. They can edit memories. Maybe they erased his memories, but he's still him. Even a real person isn't the same person if you erase their memory. Like, I'm not Olivia Hargrove. Clay isn't Omar Barak. Hardcase wasn't Ray Lotus. And you aren't Cynthia Grissom.
I can't imagine a more absurd conversation for burglars to have in my office.
We're not burglars.
Then what the hell did you break into my office for?
And how?
Let's start over.
Good idea.
We're visitors from another world.
This just gets better all the time, doesn't it?
Let me show you.
Hey! I didn't give you permission to paint my walls.
You should open some windows before painting.
Give it a few seconds.
Wait, what am I looking at? People in hospital beds?
It's Monolith Eigen.
It's us. Our real bodies, lying there unconscious.
I guess this is what you might call an out-of-body experience.
I'm not there, but there's some other man. Who's he?
We've never seen him before. He wasn't there when we were put under.
A new victim of Monolith Eigen's experiments.
Maybe.
Well, what are we waiting for? Are we all ready to leave this farce? Shall we go through?
What about me? Can I come through?
Of course you're coming with us, Mac.
You can try, but you won't exist there. You died.
I don't feel dead, so I'll try. Let's go.
Don't go off with these lunatics, Mr. Hardcase.
It's not often you find yourself having to prove that you exist to a disbelieving audience. To be honest, I wasn't sure myself. I didn't understand what was going on exactly, only that I was looking at another world that was in some way more real than my own, and that these three interlopers were part of that world. But was I? Could I be? I didn't know if I could exist on the other side, or if I was about to step into oblivion. But if oblivion it was to be, then I was never real to begin with, and so I had nothing to lose. I stepped forward, into the wall. There was a mild resistance. It felt kind of like gelatin, and I could feel a buzz, an energy, and then everything was black. And I was besieged with a sudden torrent of memories. Memories of another Mac Hardcase, who explored the galaxy in the 23rd century, who died in the 25th century, who lived a few tragic months in the real world of 21st century Sacramento. These new memories didn't replace my own, but integrated. I had two sets of wildly contradictory memories, but somehow it worked. And then, in the blackness, I heard a small sound from far away.
Hardcase is coming around.
And then the black turned gray, and then began to differentiate into shapes and colors.
Where?
Welcome to the real world, Mac.
I'm real.
Of course you're real, Mac.
Wait, what happened to my body?
You're not exactly the man you used to be.
Beyond Awakening, Episode 29, Window of Opportunity, was written and produced by Paul Nerum.
It starred Craig T. as Mac Hardcase.
Also featured in the cast were
Chris Schlitzkes as Lieutenant Jason Henderson.
David Loftus as Clay Earhart.
Bailey Duvall as Jojo Parker.
Gwyneth Knight as Trisha Blackburn. Steph Knapper as Misty LaQuille.
Kat Dawson as Dorothea.
Kathleen Lee as Dr. Maxine Tennant.
This is Paul Nerum. Special thanks to our backers who made this season possible. Jamie Henderson, Mal Stewart, Sydney Amanya, Joanne Phillips, and Dave. Music is licensed from Joel Studler and Creative Commons Zero and public domain sources. No artificial intelligence was used in the making of this episode. To learn more about Beyond Awakening or support the show, go to quietplease.org/awakening. Thanks for listening.